For the past 14 years, since I was 10 years old, I've played every single Call of Duty that has ever came out. I started out playing custom games on LAN with my brother and his friends in the original Modern Warfare 2, and finally got internet just before the release of Black Ops 1. So I was a preteen with a .35 multiplayer KD and the inability to make it past round 12 on Kino der Toten. Regardless, the game was still so much fucking fun. The fear and goosebumps I'd get changing to the zombies menu and hearing the piano keys percolating in through my turtle beaches while Hudson pounds on the window helplessly is a memory I'll never forget. I have other fond memories of grinding 3v3 face-off with friends in MW3, the near perfection that was Black Ops 2, and I mean, even though COD Ghost was relentlessly hated, I actually quite enjoyed that game. That was the year I started watching like esports events and watching Optic beat their rivals. I think Evil Geniuses for the X Games like gold medal was actually an amazing, I don't know, that was awesome to have watched live. But yeah, I don't know if you remember that. COD was actually at the X Games at one point in time. So esports and the gunplay for me in COD Ghost was fun, and that's what made me like the game. But then Advanced Warfare came. I bought a scuff for the advanced movement, like the jetpacks and shit, and I had so much fun because of that. I think if I didn't have a scuff, I would have absolutely hated the game. I was also lucky enough to get the most like sought after guns in the game, which were the Bal Inferno, the Obsidian Steed, the ASM-1 Speakeasy, and the HBR-A3 Insanity. I don't know if you guys remember how OP those guns were, but yeah, Insanity I think was actually the gun I used to get my first atom bomb, I think it was called. So yeah, Black Ops 3 came. I think that's an underappreciated Call of Duty, at least what they tried to do with it, and especially when it comes to the multiplayer. I've heard a lot of people say that Black Ops 3 Zombies was the best in the series, though I personally played Black Ops 2 Zombies more, but I mean, I understand the sentiment. I think the Easter eggs in BO3 were like more fledged out, I guess. So yeah, the multiplayer had so many features. Balanced guns was a big thing for me. You could basically use any gun you wanted and still go off. I don't know, they had cool designs. I remember there was a P90 looking gun, I forgot what it was called, but they also added new customization options like weapon paint jobs, which I thought was really cool. I mean, if you didn't want to pay for supply drops to get a cool skin, you could just make your own paint job. I actually got banned from that. I think I'm still banned. They also had intriguing backstories for like a good selection of specialists. I remember liking pretty much every specialist equally. The dude with the Tempest, the bow and arrow girl, the war machine girl, Ruin, which is I guess the only guy whose name I remember. Oh, and Spectre, the dude with the knives. Those were cool concepts. So yeah, I appreciate the direction they try to go with the campaign too, but that shit was honestly pretty confusing. I was just like skipping the cutscenes after a certain point because I was like, what the fuck, what is this, you know? I remember watching the reveal trailer in homeroom in high school. I thought that was pretty cool. I liked like the sci-fi-esque human augmentation route that they went with. I thought that was really interesting. Prior to playing these games, I hardly ever really used my 360. I was never into Halo, like Gears of War, or any other single player game besides Arkham Asylum. I put so many hours into Call of Duty that it'll forever hold a special place in my heart. Anyway, yeah, Modern Warfare 3 is the first game that I'll not be suckered into purchasing even when it's discounted. I got sucked into buying Vanguard by my friends who, upon release, were partying up for the better half of a month because Battlefield 2042 was such a huge letdown. I can't believe that flopped as hard as it did. I felt like I had nothing else to play because I was looking so forward to playing this game. I spent 70 shekels and I fucking bombed. So yeah, that's probably one of my like top 5 gaming disappointments is Battlefield 2042. A month later, my friends and I had all but abandoned Vanguard. Like, I would occasionally play, but it would be solo because none of them wanted to play that anymore. The promise of zombies had me excited until I realized that it was the worst zombies experience in the franchise. After such like a refreshing take from Cold War, I actually really enjoyed Cold War's zombies. I think I got the Dark Ether camo. The lack of round-based zombies and just basically doing the same thing over and over again, but somehow making it boring. Like, you can train zombies and it'll always be fun because it's just fun, you know? It's a different type of fun. I also got suckered into buying the Vault Edition for Modern Warfare 2 because I had played Modern Warfare 2019 so much. I thought they'd build on what really made Modern Warfare 2019 so fun. What a complete letdown that was too. The skill-based matchmaking was just like too much for me, honestly. I'm not even as good of a player as I used to be when I could pour hours upon hours into the game while I was in high school with no responsibilities, yet every lobby was a complete sweat fest. Forget getting a lightning strike, I couldn't even get a UAV without getting shot from 3 different directions, and the time to kill was so fast. Like, I just felt like I couldn't breathe, you know? Although the removal of slide canceling wasn't like a deal breaker for me, every other part of the movement felt so slow. I just remember thinking how stupid it was that you could no longer cancel a reload and instead you're just forced to die. It just felt like I was getting punished for simply playing the game. The maps were terrible in my opinion, and so I would only ever log on and play Shoot House and Shipment, even though I also fucking hate Shoot House. Like, I hate how that map is played. I was just no longer having fun. If I'm paying $70 to only play Shipment Simulator, basically, I don't see the point in that. So I think I got a few guns gold, and that's really all I played for, because that's all that I had any semblance of fun doing, was getting guns gold. But I didn't get any platinum at all. I seriously hardly played. I don't even think I finished a single season's battle pass. Anyway, I think my total play hours reflect that. In order, my least played Call of Duties ever are World War II, Infinite Warfare, last year's MW2, and Vanguard. And World War II is only because I was super busy at the time. I couldn't play even if I wanted to. Infinite Warfare is probably regarded as the worst Call of Duty in franchise history because the fan base was already so tired of advanced movement. And then obviously the failures of Vanguard and MW2. So when MW3 got announced, I actually did not give a single fuck. Like, I didn't join the hype train. I didn't immediately watch the reveals. I didn't tune in any of that, and I thought it was absolutely like despicable that they marketed the game as basically like Modern Warfare 2 2022 with the fixes that the fans wanted the whole time, the whole year, that they couldn't get. How I can't fathom how you actually get away with something like that, you know? I'm not telling people not to buy it. You do you. That's your money. If you actually have fun playing it, then that's all that matters. But there's no way I'm giving $70 for that. You know, last year, I can't believe I got the Vault Edition. I seriously can't believe it. I don't know what I was thinking, but I unfortunately learned my lesson to not be swooned by the announcement of zombies after Vanguard. I kind of knew it was going to be underwhelming too, especially when they announced that there's, again, no round-based, and it's basically on the DMZ maps. I never even played DMZ. I played the beta for MW3. It honestly wasn't anything special for me. Sure, you finally get decent maps from the get-go, 16 I believe, but again, it's not like you're paying for the brainpower of the devs coming up with new maps. Like, this isn't new things, they're just remakes. It's sad that actual new fan favorite maps are now few and far between. Cold War had some pretty decent maps, but my god, the maps that Infinity Ward shits out are just pure cancer. I've been having too much fun platinuming single player games, and I've officially moved on from Call of Duty, at least this year. When Treyarch drops next year, I'm gonna wait it out. I'm not playing the pre-order game anymore, and I'm not being swindled into giving Activision guaranteed money after they've failed to give fans what they want time and time again. I finally learned my lesson, guys, but I miss the days where we could purchase $50 season passes that come with the 4 yearly map packs, which was $10 cheaper than buying all 4 individually. So if you were that COD fanboy and you were gonna buy all of them anyway, then yeah, that season pass was a good deal. I still feel like this, paying $50 extra on top of a $60 game, is still infinitely better than the live service free dogshit updates we've had the last like 4 games. The new content is now more so focused on bringing us weekly cosmetics in the form of $20 bundles. Like, what the fuck happened? Remember the $2 weapon camos that applied to every single gun in Black Ops 2? And now you get 1 skin and tracer rounds for 1 specific gun. I personally feel like this is a scam, honestly. We used to get 4 multiplayer packs and a zombies or co-op experience for $15, and you're getting weapon bundles for $20 now. Like, none of these maps ever felt half-assed, because people just wouldn't buy them if they were that terrible, you know? They had to actually put some effort into these. And now we're forced to get these new terrible maps because they're free content updates. We have to pay $10 for a battle pass to get the privilege to earn the cosmetics by playing the game, so you pay $10, that doesn't even guarantee that you get everything. To this day, the best method of being able to earn cosmetics while still having a method to pay for things so they still have a way to make money if you're too impatient to earn them is Overwatch 1's loot box system. It was very consumer friendly. You earned a loot box at every level up, and you'd get currency when you opened up a box that gave you a duplicate item. And if you had a legendary, it'd give you more currency. If you had a rare or like a common, it'd give you less currency, but you could actually end up buying the skins you want once you earned enough currency if you hadn't gotten lucky enough to pull it from a loot box by then. The only reason that $20 bundle skins are now justified is because of how predatory Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 supply drops were. They locked game-changing weapons behind these supply drops, and because of this, everyone was calling for for the end of supply drops, and with Fortnite's 2,000 V-Bucks skins making waves in the gaming industry, Activision followed suit with this. You know, I remember shelling out $20 for skins that are now basic as fuck in comparison to what Epic Games drops now. There's no way that was going to go unnoticed by these money-hungry higher-ups. That's enough of this rant. MW3, in my opinion, is a cash grab, 3-hour campaign, lazy zombies mode, no round-based zombies, and a repackaging of MW2's multiplayer with remastered maps that take minimal effort. There's not even a platinum trophy for the game, and apparently, as of now, I think like MW2 2022 multiplayer maps are now in a playlist for Modern Warfare 3, which is shitty because I could have just waited a year and skipped Modern Warfare 2 had I known I was gonna hate it so much, and I'd have the same game and then some. I'd have a better game and still be able to play the same map, still have the same weapons, the same skins, everything. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the vid, and I'll see you later. Thank you.